Hello everyone, I'm the Templar Gamer, and welcome back to this fucking siege of Murdenholl. The siege of our kingdom, decide the fate of this series. And I thought this would be a lot more one-sided, or even, I should say. But we're actually kind of fucking these guys up pretty damn bad. Granted, there are almost 6,000 of them, and we've killed not that many. But this has just been crazy. I wonder how many... This is currently part 3 of this siege, which blows my mind. I'll probably try to release these a little quicker, just because there's nothing going on right now. I usually try doing one episode a day, one like rotating series. Maybe I'll do one of these a day, I don't know. Death for the dead, Lord. Well said, my giant friend. This is a stupidly well-defended city. This capital of ours. This is our first time ever fighting this capital war. Actually, we may have been part of the siege to take it. I might be wrong about that, I forget. Things we traded for this city. For those of you who didn't watch while we were on board, which I understand. But yeah, this is our first time playing. What that he's doing. Your blood shall be our prayers. Sorry about that. Me, her mom, though, wanted to talk to me. The Perisno zealots out, wow. Oh god. The Kratos horse archer got killed. God damn, I'm a chieftain going to fuck me. It's like I can't get any of these units anymore. It's so sad. The only way we can get more Kratos units if the one Kratos Lord on the entire map like joins our faction, we like rescue his prisoners or something. Or rescue his prisoners from bandits who defeated him. It's like so near impossible to get Kratos units now. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I really like his units. We're still going up against pretty decent units. Like, there are a few light horsemen that we're killing. A lot of these are like Templars of the Fate. Jesus, man. know this game's called Mountain Blade because, you know, you run around and fucking shiv people in the face. But I mean, I've actually been clicking so long my finger needs to be cracked. That's sad. There's a lot of just shooting people on top of the wall with your bow in this game. Imagine you're like a basic soldier in the enemy army, and you've just been like assaulting these freaking walls. Like, just thousands of your companions have died just doing nothing but deploying on the wrong side of the wall and running all the way around to get up the one ladder you guys were able to set up. Oh, you know what would ruin Bannerlord for me? Is, if you had to, like, really spend a lot of time sieging down castles, that would ruin Bannerlord for me. There's a few mods that add stuff like that into the game, and it just makes me want to cry. Mostly because the AI has to... That was very loud, sorry. Mostly because, the AI doesn't have to do a lot of that pre-siege shit. Like, surround the castle, build the trees, like... fight for the, to, like, set up your ladders or whatever, shit like that. The AI doesn't need to do any of that crap, so it'll take you 3 days to set up a siege place and you lose half your men doing it, but the AI can attack you in 4 hours. But even if they, in Bannerlord, they made it so everyone had to do that stuff, I'd still probably cry. I forgot Gracias is fighting us. I think some of those special units are his. We can kill one, let's see if they pop up. Fuck, why are a lot of the guys dying all of a sudden? Oh, that guy we just killed right there. The Garudas. I think those are special units. It might be owned by Gracias. We might either... Okay, so some of these guys are starting to be a little worse. Shot there on accident. I really wish I was shooting these arrows before the other ones. I don't think the arrows we're shooting right now are better than the ones we have equipped. Still seem to be doing plenty of damage. Mostly our bow doing most of the damage. It's probably the difference between our arrows and these ones is probably a difference of like 1 extra point of damage. More of them are coming. We're thinning out this horde a little quicker, though. Oh yeah, spearmen now, wow. Knives throwing us again, fuck me. Oh my lord. Can you guys just die already? You guys are idiots for not using shields, by the way. It is such a stupidly useful thing. So it makes so much common sense to have a shield. It hurts when I see someone who doesn't. It doesn't even be like a metal shield, it can be a fucking like what the ancient Persians. The ancient Persians used what, like ivory shields or whatever? No, wicker shields, sorry. Ivory shields are fucking expensive. These like wicker fucking shields or whatever, and they're not even good at like blocking metal, but will stop arrows from coming at you. That's the main reason for shields, I feel like. It's weird that quiver on our back is still full, even though now we're shooting original arrows. Now we're all back. And the reason why I'm not even looking at my character now. Okay, so holy shit, 30 fucking damage. What the hell hit us? Yet. Oh my god, what the fuck? Ow, 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 ow. Okay, well. Fuck me, ow. I need to heal, please. Maybe the safer spot. You know, the reason I don't usually look at them is that I've found it more effective to simply, not even trying to aim for heads. If you just shoot at a hot spot, you'll get a lot of headshots anyway. If I die right now, we're so fucked, by the way. If I see any axes coming, that's gonna fucking hold back to this Warband. I'm just gonna start spamming the heal button. Sorry if the sound of this spamming is driving you nuts. We can get our medic up here and give me some emergency first aid. I'm still seeing some really good units in this match, but we are killing some really weak ones too. More of them are coming, of course. damage, please. Can I myself again? Fuck. Heal. These couple throwing shit at someone. Give me a second. Heal. No. I think he's still just taking pot shots over there. This entire time he's going to really go to the top of this little ridge and take a shot at him if you can see him. There we go. I'll take some shots again. It's going to be much quicker for the ball. Looks like even if we die, we might just still win, but it's whatever. It's no experience. One of the guys is still having some trouble hacking around. Have to get off the wall and kill him. That's how long the series was going on, where I muted my Facebook conversation for like an hour or whatever. And then he was just, these are just spinning in circles. Kind of way out of this level. Heal. Holy crap. Let me heal again. Not doing anything really. The fucking bears and fire back at me. Bunch of daggers out around too. You know, one topic I've been wanting to read up about was first of all the Peloponnesian War is something I've been trying to read up a lot about. It's just this is sort of the first time I've read up a lot about a topic that interests me, but maybe not enough to read multiple books about it. I think it's really fun, but. Like, you know, things that really interest me that I'll read lots of books on and have is like Rome, and I actually really enjoy the Ottoman Empire's history. I think it's good to have a lot of stuff on that. But like Rome obviously is sort of the big like I could read 1,000 books on Rome and still enjoy it. But like, I've been reading about the Peloponnesian War recently, and I've already listened to a pretty big Audible, like, Greek Versus Plus lecture thing on it, which was good fun. It was nice because the professor who taught it had an interesting take on things, which I don't necessarily agree with, but it was, you know, he still displayed a lot of other sides of the arguments, which was cool. You know, he didn't make it totally focused to how he felt about things. But it was nice getting a different perspective on these events from so long ago. What is not perhaps an obscure topic is a weird way to put it, but you know, I feel like it's one of the more famous topics that not a lot of people would really know about. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I didn't really know too much about the Peloponnesian War until I started reading up a little bit about it. And then I was like, oh wow, this is super interesting, but like, if I hadn't, I think it was, I was reading up stuff about, like, the Persian and Greek wars that had happened. And then the Peloponnesian War sort of came up, and I started reading up a little bit on Wikipedia. I was like, oh, I'll get a book on this or whatever, read it. And that's where I'm at right now, but I was like, oh, I might want to do, I was going to do a podcast, doing a history podcast eventually. And I would have liked that to be the first one. And it's fun to research, but there's not quite as much depth just because of the sort of lack of sources as something like Rome has, the more modern histories have. Because with modern, with stuff like Rome that's so crazy popular with history people, especially in the West, obviously. Despite it being so old, you still get all these freaking sources of it. The people have just been fast at it, right? I mean this to be offensive, but you won't get the fuck out of my way. Anyway. Just because they're so fascinating about it, you still get all these sources. Oh, I leveled up again. I leveled up twice this season. Wow. You know, which is crazy, obviously. Oh my god, another freaking level in leadership, Jesus. And then with more modern histories, of course, you get, even if it's not super interesting, you just have more literate people. Or you know, the closer you get to now, that you get a lot more histories about things and more things are preserved. I should say, perhaps not written more, but so you'll get tons written on the American Civil War. You know, for a variety of reasons, but there are lots of civil wars in history, in the past in history, and you'll get less written on those than something like the Civil War, which affected both people of those periods the same amount. But the fact that in modern days we have so many more people who are illiterate, you get more sources on that. I'm sure, you know, a professor would have a lot better I would be able to say that more eloquently than I, but yeah, that's part of the things I like about history. So the Peloponnesian War is something that like just hasn't, or I haven't heard as much about it. I don't know why, you know, maybe I'm totally wrong about that, pissing off a bunch of people, especially Greek people, I'm sure. For those of you who don't know, the Peloponnesian War was essentially the big set of wars in between the Persian wars, like with the 300, like the movie that's based on the Persian invasions into Greece, and then Alexander the Great. Those are the two big sort of historic landmarks for that region in history that the Peloponnesian War sits in between. The Peloponnesian War was wars between Athens and Sparta, but there were, upon studying it more, there's a lot of other great states involved, which is why it's so much fun to cover. And then the professor that I watched, I wish I remembered his name. he wasn't a, you know, he wasn't like the best audible reader in the world. He was fun. I think he's someone trying to shoot at me, by the way, from back there. Bastard. I healed again. You know, he didn't have the most eloquent voice, and he said a lot. I am. Not too much, but compared to professional people who, I don't know, narrate books. That's the word I'm gonna read. He wasn't the best in the world, but he did a really good job about getting a lot of side information for people who aren't as versed in the subject, which I would love to have him as a professor in college, because the ones that I've had do a lot. They even in intro topics to certain subjects, whether it's history or archaeology or paleontology or whatever, they will forget to say a lot of side details when they tell stories. Not so much when it comes to the material itself. The material itself are relatively good, but a lot of times they'll say a story about some dig they went to, or they'll talk about some astronomical anomaly with a certain planet. And a lot of times, you know, you'll get it because you're taking the class, you probably know a bit about the subject anyway. But other times, you know, like they'll say something like, "Oh, this planet rotates in like a weird way" or whatever. Like that's a little obvious, but you know, they'll be like, "Oh, like this system has a bunch of stars or whatever." If there's something weird about the system, and you'll be like, "Well, what is normal for a system, right?" That's just an example, but you know, there's a lot of that in the lecture that he was doing, where he was like, "This is Magna Graecia, which is like southern Italy and Sicily." And he, you know, and he goes and explains how this is sort of like the new Greek world, almost like, I think he compared it to the Americas compared to Europe, where it's like it's actually like bigger than, you know, normal Greece, and in a lot of ways is actually almost more richer than the homeland. And I was like, oh wow, like thank you for including, like taking, you know, I don't know how long it took, let's say like, you know, it took like 10 or 20 minutes to just go on a little side what's the word for it, like, oh god, thank you for going on, you know, like a little topic, off topic or whatever. Oh god, why is the word not coming to my head? I'm retarded. Whatever. Thank you for going off topic for a little while to explain this so I understand the material better. So he was very good about that. And some of the books I'm reading, if I had not listened to that lecture first, which by the way was like a 40-hour lecture, so that took me a lot of days to finish. But if I hadn't listened to that lecture first, where it gave me a lot of side information, I would not understand a lot of books I'm reading, just because I'm not, ancient city-states in Greece is not my strong suit. You know, now I'm becoming a lot more versed in it, with all these books I've been reading, and I've also been doing some reading on other periods and other cities there. Fuck, we got shot at, and I'm gonna get into a safer spot. But yeah, he was very good at that. So again, like, some of the books I'm reading lack that. And because he did things from a different angle, like, he was really into one of the Athenian leaders. And he kept sort of going back to that one leader and saying, like, this is what that leader would have done, that's why he's a better leader than this new guy. I don't want to say that names or anything, just like, you guys can get to the point, but... Well, so he was really into this leader called Pericles, who was this Athenian leader who died before the outbreak of the Second Peloponnesian War, which was sort of the big one. And that's when part way through that war, a man named Thucydides became the name. The big figure. He wasn't always on the Athenian side, he wasn't always on the Spartan side. He was a big figure in that, and he didn't like Thucydides a lot, but a lot of books I'm reading like Thucydides, and I like him too. I think he's an interesting person. So he did a lot of stuff from the view of like sort of Pericles would have done. Where all the books I'm reading are like, this is what Thucydides did, this is why he was smart or dumb or whatever. But they're focusing on different angles than this professor was focusing on. So there's some like side information that I need to know more about. Oh my god, really? Is this going to be another freaking episode? Yep, it is. Well, I'm sorry, you guys. Time for episode 4 of this siege to begin. So I'll see you guys next time.